Hello everyone. We will be starting with the introduction to computer network session. The first question comes is, what is a computer network? So if we explain it in simple terms, okay, now computer networking means connection of computing devices. Okay, connection of computing devices means we are connecting multiple devices. Devices can be of the type mobile, it can be a laptop, your desktop, any printer, any kind of electronic device. Then we are connecting it together, they form a computer network. For example, if you can see in the image, we have multiple desktops. Okay, we have a printer, we have internet, we have server. Server can be any web server or something. Okay, and we have some network devices like switch and router. So when we connect each of them together, they form a computer network. Okay. So what is the use of this computer network is each of these devices they can communicate with each other. Okay. So for example, uh, in one case we can have a printer for all of these devices, for all of these desktops. Okay. But rather than having a printer for all of these desktops, we have just attached only a single printer. And now all of these desktop can communicate with this printer if they want to print anything. So this will save the resource, and in this way all the desktop can communicate with the printer, and they can communicate with the internet as well. So this is the use of a computer network. Okay, so if we go further, we see that there are multiple types of network. I have listed the major types of network: LAN, WAN, PAN, enterprise network, and service provider network. Okay, so what is LAN? LAN is local area network. So it is a connection of devices in one physical location, okay, such as our home or any office. So if we have only a single physical location and we connect all of the devices either by wire or wirelessly, then they form a local area network. For example, in our home, we have our TV, Wi-Fi, a laptop, mobile, everything connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, so it will form a local area network. In offices, when we have a single office location, okay, and we connect all of the desktops, the printer, connect with the Wi-Fi, okay, the access points, they form a local area network. What is a wide area network? Wide area network is, you can say, a broader sense of local area network. Okay, and it does not extend to a single location; it extends to a large geographical location. Okay, for example, you can say that internet is a wide area network. Okay, so what happens is, suppose a company has um, office in multiple locations, and they have connected all of these locations with each other. So what does it form? It forms a local area network. Okay. Next is PAN area network, that is personal area network. This is a network of the devices which we carry on ourselves. Okay, so if suppose we carry smartwatch, we carry our mobile phones with us, and we also connect our headphones with our mobile. So this forms a personal area network, when we have connected all of the devices which are available on our body. Okay, next is enterprise network. Enterprise network is a network for large organization. Okay, and it can include LAN, WAN, and campus area networks as well, campus networks as well. Okay, so enterprise network is for companies which have which are available on multiple locations. Suppose a company has 4 locations in India: Gurugram, Pune, Hyderabad, and Bangalore, and they also have offices in multiple other countries, for example, in China or in America. Then they connect with each other using an enterprise network. Okay. Next is service provider network. So service provider network is a they operate WAN and they provide services to individuals and organizations. Okay. So all of us use cellular network or Wi-Fi network. Okay. So for companies like Airtel or Jio, they are service providers. Okay. They manage their own network, wider network, and they provide services on the wide area network. For example, either they provide telephone services or they provide Wi-Fi services or telecom services, any kind of service over the network. They're called a service provider network. Now, one of the main concepts in the computer network is the OSI model and the TCP/IP model. Okay. So OSI model is the 7-layer model, which is physical, data link, network, transport, session, presentation, and application. But in today, most of the scenarios, TCP/IP technology is used. So we'll discuss TCP/IP in greater detail. Okay. So TCP/IP consists of 4 layers, which is network interface layer, internet layer, host-to-host layer, and application layer. So what they have done is they have merged data link layer and physical layer into network interface. Network layer in OSI is internet layer in TCP/IP. Transport layer in OSI is host-to-host layer in TCP/IP, and session, presentation, and application layer in OSI, they are merged together and their application layer in TCP/IP. So let's talk about each layer, TCP/IP layers. First is network interface layer or the physical layer. So in this layer, what things are taken care of? So first we take care of transmission of bits. So we know that all of the information transferred is in bits, zeros and ones. Okay. So how these bits will be transmitted over the physical layer? It is taken care by this physical layer. Then next is network cabling. What kind of network cabling is required? 100 base T or 1000 base T, TX or multiple others. Okay, what kind of cabling is required? And what kind of cable connectors are required? For example, ST connectors, RJ45, MTP. All of these are taken care by the network interface of the physical layer. Next is the internet layer. Layer, here we transfer the data from the source to the destination. Okay. And how is this source and destination classified? They are classified using IP addresses. So the source has also an IP address and destination also has an IP address. Using this IP address, both of them communicate with each other. And the data is packed in an IP datagram. Next is host to host or transport layer. This layer manages session between two end devices. Okay. And two main type of protocols running are TCP and UDP. So when two devices are communicating with each other, a session is maintained and the internet layer works upon that session, builds upon that session. Okay. And the last layer is the application layer. The application layer is the interface between the user and the network. Okay. So if the user wants to take any use of any network application, they use it based on the application layer. For example, we have protocols like HTTP running over it. HTTP is our web browser. It runs that HTTP protocol. So we can, if you want to search anything, we use the HTTP protocol, which is running over the browser. Then we have FTP, file transfer protocol, SMTP, that is simple mail transfer protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol is used for transferring mail between two devices, means sending any mail or receiving any mail. So we use all of these protocols to take any advantage of our network, of our computer network. And that is where the application layer comes into picture. So these are all the layers of the TCP/IP technology. Thank you. Thank you.